right, give it up for Christina, ladies and gentlemen. All right, first off, some of y'all may have noticed that I am missing a leg. Basically, this is what happens when you hire a magician through Groupon. Interesting bit of information though, since losing my leg, I've actually had more girlfriends with one leg than with two legs. Which leads to the conclusion that all those years, my right leg's been holding me back. Of course, I'm an above the knee amputee, which means I don't have a knee. There are other amputees, they have a knee. They're called below the knee amputees. Or as I like to call them, pussies. You talk to friends of mine, family members, they'll say that I'm lazy, that I sleep in too much. That's just not true. Take this morning, for example. Woke up at 5 o'clock a.m. At 5:02, I decided to take a 7-hour nap. When I was on the road, I used to play a game called Punch Buggy. And that's where these few little striking bugs, punch or run, say Punch Buggy. I play a similar game now, but the way this game works is when I see a smart car, I punch the guy driving the smart car. But I used to drink a lot, but I don't anymore. Used to even go out and get drunk, and that was it. But now with YouTube, go out and get drunk. 2 days later, millions of people around the world are watching the video of you at McDonald's playground dry humping the Mary Cheese statue. Of course, there are signs that you might drink too much. Like, say you keep a pillow and blanket in your bathroom just in case. Some guys think waking up naked is bad. I think waking up with other guy's clothes on is way worse. Did some online dating recently. I went on this one girl's profile. Said her biggest turnoff was men who were fiscally irresponsible. So, when we went on our first date, I didn't pay for shit. Alright, some residual laughter on that one. Met this other girl too, met her on blackpeoplemeet.com. It was weird because she was white. And the way we met is we both sent each other the exact same message. It was, hey, you're not supposed to be on here. You ever go on a first date and say something that backfires? I had to meet this one time. I wanted to date this girl. And I really wanted to impress her. So I told her that I used to be a male stripper. And she told me that she used to be a male stripper too. When I was a kid, I idolized Mr. T. He was my hero. I wanted to be like him when I grew up. But I could never afford all the gold chains around his neck. So instead of gold chains, I wore 20 lanyards. The gay rights flag has all the colors of the rainbow in it, except for indigo. It does not have the color indigo, which it seems kind of weird to think they would have it. You know, it's part blue, it's part violet, it goes both ways. I'm reading a book about Middle Ages. And I learned that they actually had pimps in the Middle Ages. I did not know that. One of the pimps they profiled was a guy named Superfly Tyrone of Northamptonshire. He used to walk through the town square screaming, "My bitch better have my shillings." I got a brother named Tracy, which pretty much guarantees that I could never date a girl named Tracy. Because no dude wants to yell his brother's name out during sex. Of course, my brother, he can date a girl named Tracy. I mean, he yells his own name out during sex. Worst case scenario, he's a narcissist. When I was a teenager, I broke my arm stage diving at a concert. Should have known it was going to happen at the Kenny G concert. I was at a bookstore recently, and I asked the girl who worked there where they kept the self-help books. She said that if she told me, that would defeat the purpose. I was at a Starbucks this one time. I'm sitting there and I'm reading a book about Malcolm X. This guy walks up to me and says, "Aren't you offended that Malcolm X once said that the white man's the blue-eyed devil?" I was like, "No, mine's a dream." So obviously he wasn't talking about me. Got a friend of mine who's a defense lawyer. He's a very good defense lawyer too. One of his clients got arrested for carjacking. He had those charges knocked down to asserted hitchhiking. Another client got arrested for arson. He had these charges knocked down to eccentric barbecuing. And another client got arrested for burglary. He got acquitted. He was able to convince the jury that the guy was actually involved in a very intense scavenger hunt. So I was getting fellatio from this Australian trip the other day. Couldn't help but notice that her tongue swirled in the opposite direction of America. I got a friend of mine who's a Christian, and he's trying to get me to become a Christian too. He says that if I'm a Christian, when I die, I have to go up to heaven and walk next to Jesus Christ. So apparently, when you go to heaven, you still have to freaking walk. He also said that up in heaven, all the streets are paved with gold. You know how goddamn slippery that's going to be? I like listening to rap music, but I don't like how a lot of rappers refer to women as hoes. It's not right. It's pronounced whores. So if a guy comes up with a good idea while he's having sex, is that considered thinking inside the box? Watching Forrest Gump the other day. Love that movie, Forrest Gump. The movie taught me that with hard work and dedication, I too could marry a girl with AIDS. I had a doctor's appointment recently, and the doctor asked me a bunch of personal questions. He asked me if I masturbate regularly. Said sometimes, other times I masturbate like a weirdo. Alright, thank you very much, folks. My name is Travis Bates. I'm for the rest of the show. Thank you.